Straight over there.
This way, babe?
Huh? Yeah. We're going this way. Yes. Oh yeah, man.
We at
Huh?
Disney World. We at Animal Kingdom, you know.
Yeah.
Want to look for some animals with our baby. She turning 3 today. It's her birthday, Ray Ray.
She ain't worried about nobody, man.
Say it's my birthday.
Even the giraffe is patterned like shadows that fall under the trees where they browse for leaves.
Jumbo, everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris. In order to keep your wait time to a minimum, we ask that you please keep your group together.
How y'all feel?
Good and hot.
Hot?
Look at me.
Yeah, I bet. Ooh, hot.
If we have any little ones on board, they are more than welcome to sit on the outside of the row. Or the lap of it, just make sure if they are on a lap that they safely seated on that lap. And that lap only the entire safari. Wildlife Preserve. Just a couple friendly safety reminders before we do head on out though. Make sure we stay fully seated the entire time. It does get pretty bumpy out there. We're also going to make sure we keep our hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the truck and hold on to any loose items that could fall out. Because unfortunately, I cannot stop to live it. Alright, let's keep on heading around. We'll see what we can find. Actually, it looks like there's a black rhino laying down over on the left side, right up against that rock wall there. It looks like a rock. It is a rhino. Black rhinos do have a more pointed prehensile upper lip that works kind of like your fingers. That is what helps us identify them as black rhinos. They're also one of the smaller species of rhinos, coming in at about 3,000 pounds. So pretty big, but there are definitely bigger ones out there. Unfortunately, that's an increasingly rare sight to see. Scattered around down the shore there, those are pink-backed pelicans. They get their name from the pink coloration that their feathers get during mating season.
Pelicans.
That's not actually their feathers that turn pink though. It's their skin that turns that color. Kind of makes their feathers look it. Alright, we're gonna head up ahead. We'll see if we can maybe find some hippos up ahead here on the left. Now, they do tend to be more nocturnal, so they're a little bit more active at night usually. So during the day, they like to find some nice, shady, cool spots in the water. So definitely be looking down low, and actually on the left, there is a couple of them moving down there. They look like shadows just moving down there. Now, on average, male hippos do come in at about 5,500 pounds. They do kind of float to the bottom of the water and walk along the bottom rather than swim. Although, to be fair, if I was 5,000 pounds, I would probably do the same thing. That would take quite a bit of energy for them to swim around. Now, a group of hippos is called a bloat. And oh, it looks like there's a baby hippo out of the water there. My baby, she is 2 years old now. Hi friends, maybe words are hard. But make sure we're just trying to keep our voices down a little bit. I know we're super excited and I'm glad you're excited, but we want to make sure we keep getting these really cool views. Alright, so also coming up here on the left, it looks like there's a couple of crocodiles hanging out down there all the way up against the wall. Alright friends, please make sure we're staying fully seated. This is a real truck, I'm a real driver, things do happen. I want to make sure everyone stays safe out here. Now the average dog crocodile does come in at about 16 feet in length, weighing about 500 pounds. They can grow to be about 20 feet long though. It is moving a little bit slow, so that probably means that there's something hanging out pretty close to the road up ahead. If I had to have my guess what it is, it's probably the giraffe. They're not afraid of us whatsoever. It's always the giraffe, it never fails. Most of the animals out on the reserve are free roaming, so that means they can pretty much go wherever they want. So sometimes that means they like to stand really close to the road or even stop in the road. Definitely keeps us on our toes as the safari drivers, but it gives you guys some really cool views. Real fast over on the right side though, there's that tree that kind of looks like it was planted upside down. Now that's a baobab tree, also known as the tree of life or the upside down tree, and they will remain leafless or dormant up to 9 months out of the year. I know they're kind of far away, but if you look underneath their neck, you'd see a little flap of skin. That's called a dewlap. It does help them regulate their temperature. They're also the only zebra species that has it, so it does help us identify them. A group of zebras is called a dazzle. And if you've ever wondered if a zebra was black with white stripes or white with black stripes, just look at their nose. If they have a black nose, they're black with white stripes, and if they have a white nose, they are white with black stripes. At the very top of the hill, there's those animals with those really big, thick horns. Those are Ankole cattle. They're also known as Watusi cattle after the Watusi tribe that did first domesticate them, and they are one of the only domesticated animals out here on the reserve. Now, those horns might look really big and heavy. They're mostly hollow, 16 and 20 feet tall. That does make them the tallest animal in the world. Now, even their young can come in at about 6 feet tall when they're born. So they're already fairly big when they're babies. Now, just like your fingerprint is unique to you, the coat pattern of the giraffe is unique to them, and it does help them tell each other apart when they're in groups. And a group of giraffes is called a tower. It's a pretty fitting name for something so tall. They do also only sleep for about 30 minutes a day. Closer though, so let's keep on heading around these trees.
The water is it water?
These are African elephants. We can tell not only because we're in Africa, but if you look at the ear shape of the elephants, it almost kind of looks like the continent of Africa. So it makes it super easy to identify them. Now, male elephants won't get to their full size until they are about 35 to 40 years old, and that's a little over half of their lifespan. Now, in the wild, their lifespan's about 60 to 70 years, and that full size can come in at a whopping 14,000 pounds. So it does make them one of the largest land animals out there. Looks like we're also coming up on a flamboyance of greater flamingos. Now, these guys actually start off as a gray color. As they get older, they get their vibrant pink color from their diet, which does consist mostly of beta carotene. That can take up to 2 years for them to get to that full pink color.
Look, the flamingo.
They're one of the lightest colors of flamingo species, as well as one of the largest. It looks like we got a lot closer view of the springbok over here on the right side too. Springbok are actually one of my favorite animals out here on the reserve. He's about 2.5, and the other one's about 1.5 years old. Now, white rhinos are one of the larger species of rhinos, coming in at about 5,000 pounds. Now, one of my favorite things about them, even though they are 5,000 pounds when they run, they can get all 4 of their little legs off the ground. So kind of like how a horse gallops. So they're very graceful for how large they are.
Is it?
Columbus monkey.
Yeah, the Columbus monkeys have a 3-chambered skull. It's not like a massive digestive system we have as other primates. Their tail is 6 because it's a guidance system.
I ain't want to be here. I'm glad somebody else goes up in.
Oh, boys, it's hot, bro.
Hot.
Hot.
They're my babies.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard the Wildlife Express with service to Rafiki's Planet Ranch. Here, you'll discover where you can get up close and personal with domesticated animals like goats, sheep, and more, to sneak peeks at animal care in action at our veterinary, nutrition, and science centers. Also, be sure to check out the animation experience at Conservation Station, where you can learn to draw your favorite Disney character.
As long as you put a picture up. Come on,
You know what's crazy? They saw me walking, right? Why the hell would you keep walking in front of me? And you see I was Oh, you recording?
Yeah. I recorded her talking junk, man. Stop. Let me see blood. Let me see blood. Blood. Say something. Say something. Say hi.
I'll show you. This one looks like. See?
Riders in the front row can use their lever to fly higher or lower. Riders in the back row can use their lever.
Let me hop on y'all boys. You know, real. Gotta take the front. Huh?
The lady in the
I'm good right here. Where you at? What's up? Blood.
Strap in,
Say hi. Say hi, YouTube. She ain't worry about us. It's straight. It is what it is. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm gonna have fun.
Hey, you got the paper?
What paper?
Our paper.
For what?
To go around.
Yeah, I got it. At the end of the day, I'm gonna strap up and I'm gonna be safe. Because I came here for me. I'm playing for them.
Look at two. I don't sweat in my edges out, y'all. Rayven. Look how Mickey Mouse is. And look, he's just chilling.
Yeah, I'm having fun. I'm here for me.
Yeah, okay. Look, she ready. She's ready.
We up. We up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Blood. Oh, gone. You gone. You gone.
You doing that, babe?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Say hi. Yo, yo, yo.
Give a dino-rific cheer!
Say hi.
Pluto for sharing the big news about Donald's Dino Bash!
She crying. She gotta wait.
They're my babies.
I say, yo, boys, we all at, man. We on Orlando right now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
We in the O.
Hey, Blood, let them know what's up, man. What's up? What it is? Don't try me. With the gang.
Yeah.
With the gang.
It's good all day for all four parts. The dude to find that Animal Kingdom does close at 7 p.m., my friends. These gems run 90 minutes after, so the last show will be going out at 8.